Sometimes we want to add additional attributes to our objects while querying them. This is where we use the annotate method. So we go to customer.objects and call the annotate method. Now let's say while querying customers, we want to give each customer a new field called isNew, and we want to set it to true. So let's get the result and store it in a query set. Now in our context object, I'm going to add a new key value pair called result and set it to list of query set. Now in our template, we are not doing anything in this lesson. So let's just focus on the code here. Now here in the browser, refresh, we get this error saying query set.annotate received non-expression. What this error is telling us is that we cannot pass a Boolean value over here. We need to pass an expression object. So in Django, we have this expression class, which is the base class for all types of expressions. Derivatives of this class are value for representing simple values like a number, a Boolean, a string. We have f, which you have seen before. Using the f class, we can reference a field in the same or another table, right? So an f object is essentially an expression object. We also have func for calling database functions. So all these database engines have a bunch of functions for manipulating data. To call those functions, we use a func object. I'm going to show you that in a second. We also have aggregate, which is the base class for all aggregate classes. So those aggregate classes you learn about like count, sum, max, and min, all these classes derive from the aggregate class, okay? So let's go through a few examples. So back to our code, we cannot pass a Boolean value here. We need to pass an expression object. The simplest expression object is a value object. So on the top, from Django.db.models, we're going to import the value class. And now we're going to wrap this value inside a value object. So we pass value of true. Okay. Now save, take a look. No more errors. Let's look at our query. So I'm going to execute this query. So in the list of customers, now we have a new column called isNew, which is populated by 1, which is the numeric equivalent of a Boolean true. So when Django reads this data, it's going to give each customer a new field called isNew, and it's going to set it to true. Let's look at another example. This time, we want to give our customers a new field called new ID. And for this demo, we want to set this to the same value as the ID field. So we need to reference another field in this model. To do that, first we need to import the f class from Django.db.models. And then over here, we can reference the ID field. Now, let's run our query one more time. So take a look. Now we have a new column called new ID, which is populated with the same value as the primary key. Now we can also perform computations here. So for example, we can add 1 to the ID to generate the new ID. Now take a look. So now the new ID is the original ID plus 1.